Hello, my name is Adam and I am really happy for a friend of mine because I just got told some brilliant news. I'm not going to go into detail because even though he knows I do YouTube videos, I'm not really happy with sharing some of his personal life there. But let's just say, he's at a landmark in his life which I'm really happy for. And I cannot be more proud of him. I am honestly really proud of it, happy for him. So with this video anyway, this is a Lynxy series season 8 Q&A. So with this, I'm going to be going through a ton of questions which Lucas has sent to me that you, the fans, have asked to be answered by me, and I will answer them and respond to them. First, we're going to go through each character and then the arcs in the Delilah arc, the Delilah Saga, and then we're gonna then go on from there. I will be giving my brutally honest opinion with the questions, the arcs, and the characters. Because that's what Lucas wants, and that's what you guys want, my brutally honest opinion. B, second thing is, if the video goes up to be close to an hour long, I will be ending the video and then starting another one right after it, because I'm not having this video go over an hour long, because it took over 3 hours for the last video I had that was an hour long to upload. I'm not waiting that long for one video. But with that being said, let's get into this. So we're going to start with the main character, Lynxy. Lynxy started off strong, but ever since the end of episode 1, she just lost battle after battle after battle and got weaker and weaker as the series went on. Which I think is a good redemption arc, which can hopefully go into the next series. If nothing gets expanded on that, I think this just wasn't Lynxy's season, and she just got a rather bad character there. Delilah / Ella die. Yeah, I'm never gonna get over that.
Aw, are you gonna cry?
Okay, Delilah, as I said in the review, she's not my Delilah. So unfortunately, I do not like her as much as other people do. But she is tolerable, and in my opinion, she did better than Lynxy. However, I'm not a big fan of all this, what some people call badass moments. I'm not a big fan of what I'm going to call filler moments. Ella die, though, she starts off so sweet, so nice. And then she broke Apex's heart, that son of a bitch. I'm not holding the grudge. You are holding the grudge. Comediac, he hasn't really appeared much, but knowing the role he played this season, I can't help but say he did really good this season. He didn't actually say much, but he did, just not his voice. But let's just say, Apex still hates him. Talis, she's got some development and actually unlocked her human form, so congratulations to her there. But other than that, she doesn't really do much, and it's just continuously denying that Lynxy is her mother. Vipra, I regret to say this, Vipra just got weaker throughout the entire season and has been constantly overshadowed by Korag. And being a Vipra fan, I'm not a big fan of that. Sorry, Vipra, I love you though. Korag, okay, I don't like him, but I will give him credit though. He is very honourable. I'll give him that. That's all he has. Impus, okay, you had one funny scene, and that's you going on a tantrum on why you haven't got your powers yet, your final form yet. That is why you're even remotely considered funny this season. Because of that one scene. Other than that, he's been boring, and I didn't really like his attack on Atro City. Sinister, you took a backseat this entire season, I'm afraid. And whilst I absolutely adore the voice that he has, Well done to the voice actor casting, by the way. Unfortunately, he didn't really do much to where I can really be like, yeah, go Sinister, go! I couldn't say that because he didn't do much. Apex. Now Apex got, I would say, around the same treatment he did last season, to where he got some development and actually got into a relationship with who he thought was the perfect girl. And then he got his heart shattered. Honestly, I feel really bad for Apex, and I'm not sure if that's because I'm the voice actor or because I just feel bad for him. But come on, that's mean. That's mean. I'd rather Ella dies instead of Ella be Delilah. But that was just mean. But yeah, Apex, I would say I think I did a better job with the voice acting, but not by a lot. I'm still not happy with the voice acting. Richard Hazard, he kind of took a back seat this season. Like, he only appeared here and there, but never really did much after that. So, yeah, I can't say much about him. The Kitty Squad, apart from Harley, 100% filler. Nothing comes out of them. Maybe a few chuckles, but that's it. Red Lightning. Okay, he knew what was coming. So that's why I'm even remotely considering to say something positive about him, because he knew what was coming. So, well done, Lightning. Proud of you. Storm, like with Richard Hazard, took a back seat this season and didn't even appear for the last few episodes. Arakan, you appeared at the end of the season though, but I know why, because the voice actor joined late. But you made a good impression. Like, you can't say no to a bounty hunter, can you? Okay, but that's really all I can say. Because you didn't appear much this season, and that's not your fault, I can't say much about you. Delilah Arc 1 Elodie Mystery Arc. That arc was probably the main arc this season. And, well, at least Apex was involved with it. But the ending, that's brutal. It's brutal. The ending is brutal. The Delilah Arc 2 Dark Mother arc. I think this one's meant to be the main arc, but kind of took a back seat compared to the Elodie one. No, it's the Dark Mother saga, not the Delilah saga. That was season 2. You can tell I missed that season. But yeah, the Dark Mother arc was an alright arc. I think kind of disappeared midway through the season, where I forgot all about it until episode 10, when Talis is like, "You're not my mother!" Okay, calm down. Lynxy character arc, she gets weaker throughout the season, and then is able to get Talis to realise that they are blood related, mother and daughter. I can't really say much there. Sorry, Sasia, you do a great job with voicing Lynxy, but unfortunately, your character didn't do much. This is what you're gonna get, okay? Talis, you got development. You got development. So all I can say is nice. You unlocked your human form, so well done. Apex / Elodie love arc. I loved it, but it's heartbreaking. Korag character arc. Nothing really much happens with him. He's just there as an honourable fighter. Viper character arc, she's just that jealous person in the background, just going like, I envy his success. And Viper and Korag rivalry arc. It's kind of a mixture of both. Honor versus jealousy. The jealousy is also an unfair fighter. But I like the unfair fighter. I think it was done alright, but I can't really say much else to that. On to the things which Lucas wants me to say, or probably not say, that I'm going to be reading out because I don't think what I do. So Mr. Lucas Green says, things Adam should address on his behalf. 1. Yes, Comediac is still on Team Dr. X, working alongside Apex. Okay. The whole thing with Elodie will be explained a bit further next season to fully clarify Comediac's role in this. Okay. Second, I don't want to go into much detail about it, but there was a point Lynxy series was going to be cancelled for personal matters. I strongly advise to not ask me about it, as it's a topic I don't like to be reminded of. Luckily, with the help of family and some friends, I pulled through and the series continued. It was harder to write on some plot lines. It was harder to write on some plot lines. I managed to complete the season, which I'm the most proud of writing because of the difficulties I have overcome. But despite my setback, I hoped I provided a good season for both my cast and fans. Yes, you did, Lucas. You did provide a good season. With the personal matters, don't ask me about it either. I'm not going to go into detail about it. I had a mental breakdown because of it as well. And all I'm going to say is, it's in the past, and if it gets revisited again, Lucas, just so you know where I am. I'm a phone call away. I'm always here for you, mate.
Aw, are you gonna cry?
So on to the actual questions. Demonite Rules 45. Any plot holes this season? None that I could really point out, because I don't point out plot holes until after the 10th viewing, but I'm not watching the series 10 times just to do that. The plot holes for this season, I don't really know any, but I think some of the arcs were kind of dropped halfway through the season and revisited at the end to where I just forgot about them. That's one of the problems I have with it. Apart from that, nothing much else I can really say. Jesus Christy says, did you prefer how your character was handled this season or last season as in Apex? So basically, have backstory to Apex, so how he is now, or a love story to where he gets heartbroken at the end. I don't know. I mean, I like both of these character developments for my character. However, one hasn't been visited as much as the other, but the one that's been visited as much left my character in heartbreak. I'm going to need to say the love arc. I need to say how my character was handled this season instead of season 7, because even though it ended in such a bad way for Apex, he did at the end of the day get development and has turned into a good guy. So he's no longer a bad guy. Stephanie Myers, one of her many questions I can only assume, says, who do you prefer as Delilah? Delilah/Elodie, Jessica Wilkinson or Satya Ann? Each of them brought something different to the table, but who do you prefer and what made that performance awesome? Everyone expects you to say Jessica due to you saw her more. Well, I got a bit of a counter for you there, because actually I did not see any of them because I do not leave my house. But I know what you mean. That was just a little joke for me. I have not met any of the actual voice actors in person. But while Satya Ann, I think, did a good job, I need to go with Jessica Wilkinson for the reason that she said. Stephanie, you say. She's played it longer, and I get more of an evil vibe from that voice. So, yeah, I do need to say Jessica Wilkinson. I'm sorry, Satya Ann, but you do a fantastic job as Lynxy. So, it's not a complete loss. But yeah, whilst it did bring something different to the table, and Satya and Delilah technically had the musical numbers, I need to go with Jessica. I'm sorry. Standard procedure question. Thoughts on the new... Okay, that's not someone's account. That's just a standard procedure question that Lucas wants to add in. Thoughts on the new voice actress Jessica Wilkinson. I'd like to know if she's alright with me saying her full name. But I hope she is. Thoughts on the new voice actress? Great first season. I'd like to know what you think of how you did this season, because that's what I got asked last year. whilst there's always room for improvement, and I think you're the only one with actual voice acting experience. I'm sure the other cast members might, but I definitely don't. So yeah. You from the voices that you've done this season, I can tell that I can tell that you put a lots of effort into your work, and I think Lucas appreciates that more than anyone else does, and I need to say I appreciate it as well, but I can't say I appreciate it more than Lucas because it's this season's Lucas's child. Let's say he cares for it the most. I should hope so. Anyway, jealous fan of Delilah 89 says, "Do you think Delilah has too many henchmen? The 20 odd members of the Kitty Squad, the Horsemen, and Talis." Oh yeah, the Horsemen. That was in the Delilah's Forest. I didn't mention it because it didn't do anything important. But yes, Delilah has too many henchmen. The 20 odd members of the Kitty Squad, I do not care about them. The only one I would remotely consider an important character is Harley. And Harley didn't do much that season apart from spill the beans that Talis is not related to Delilah. Talis, I guess, was technically not a henchman at the end of the season. Yeah, I'll count that as a henchman for Delilah. But yeah, 20 members of the Kitty Squad, that was too much. Ribena is the best juice. Rude. Oasis is better. I don't get why everyone is praising Korak so much. What makes him cool? Could you give your opinion on not just why you like his character, but also why you think the others do? Right. Whilst I agree with you, why everyone is praising Korak, I don't know. Because he is, at the end of the day, not voiced by any of the cast members. I only like him for his honourableness. For the fact he fights fairly all the time. Even though he's a villain, he fights fairly. But that's the only reason why I like him. I do not care for Korak. But I can't really... I think the reason why Korak is liked by many other people is probably because, well, he could form with Catastros, making a Centaur form, and also what I can only assume is the rivalry between him and Vipra. And the people that like him are people that don't like Vipra at all, and want to see Vipra fail. That's what I can only assume. Stephanie Myers says, "What's your issue with how often Delilah smokes? Certain people do tend to do that. Delilah smoking whenever she wants just makes it even more awesome and relatable, be a stress relief or confidence boost." This is exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I say about the badass moments. Was that is a very, very used up trend of smoking shows you're a badass and eating an apple. That eating an apple scene was my idea because CinemaSins said so. Eat an apple, you're a badass. Even Lynxy did it. But with this, I don't like it because, well, I know Delilah is a role model for quite a few fans out there, one in particular. And I think having what is a very popular role model doing stuff which can affect someone's health is not a good idea. Hence why I suggested eating an apple, because badassery, but also, say, healthiness. But smoking, whilst I do get that some people smoke for stress relief, Delilah doesn't have any stress. And a confidence boost, well, her confidence and ego's already out the window. It's already higher than the bloody moon. She doesn't need to do that. and I just wanted it to be toned down. I'm not saying get rid of it completely. I just want the musical numbers back, because I like the musical numbers. McDonald's' #1 job, trust me, it is not. It is hell. Korag is easily one of the best henchmen the show has ever... Korag is easily one of the best henchmen the show has ever had. He's loyal, honourable, powerful, and devoted to a character you wouldn't normally expect. So I'm guessing it's easy going to be in top 10 henchmen in an update, huh? No. Whilst he is honourable and powerful and devoted to a character you wouldn't normally expect to be an Impus, and loyal, it does come from my opinion when I rank the top 10 henchmen in the Lynx series. It comes to my opinion at the end of the day. If I don't like a character, they're not on the list. Simple as. The only reason why he's probably going to be on the list is because some of the henchmen we haven't seen for ages, and the others I just flat out don't like. So, done. Next one, I don't know if I should say this name or not, because I mean I know I'm not going to because I'm a good boy. But if I say this name, this line can be used against me in court, so I'm not gonna say it. I'm protecting my future here. But this guy says, which character is more the focus? Some say Impus for his happiness and mature nature, changing into a more well-handled villain. Others say Viper for her jealousy. Well, Impus being mature.
Fine. But, Mom, why do we have to call it the baby buggy? It does seem so...
Because you're a baby, that's why.
Someone of my stature.
You know why? Timeout chair.
I hate the timeout chair. My feet hurt. I'm tired. I don't want to walk anymore.
Why me? I'll get the baby buggy.
No! I hate the baby buggy. Isn't that right, Pookie? You're my best friend! I want my evolution! I want it now! Now, 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 now!
No, I'm gonna say Viper for her jealousy because her jealousy was something that we haven't really touched on last season. And I think a new side to Viper is something that I would like to see. Stephanie Meyer says, please rank the please rank the Kitty Squad members. Mr. Green says you might not be doing it. I won't. If that's the case, do it now to get it over with. P.S. Give reason for your answers. If this requires a separate video, then go right ahead. I'm aware all members aren't revealed, so if this video requires an update, that's fine. I hate my life. Oh, God. Well, Harley's obviously my favourite. And, but that's because she's the only one that's actually played by one of the voice actors. Thank you, Joke Impressionist, by the way. Great job. I'm only going to say which one's second place as well. Because I simply like that one as well. Charlie, the one that seems to be a handful and very fast. That one is second place because I like a little giggle. But also because I like how problematic she is, I guess. But that is all I'm going to say. I'm not ranking the Kitty Squad members. And even though you're asking me to, because I don't know all of them, and most of them have only appeared for like 2 minutes, I can't really rank them. It's different from the generals, because the generals, there was much less of them, and they actually had a video of their own. The Kitty Squad members are separated 3 in a video. Harley is in more than one video and is actually an enjoyable character to watch. But that's it. I can't rank them, and I'm not going to unless they get more screen time. Don't do that, please. Lucas, don't do that, please. Darth Douchey, I guess, says, are there any members of the Kids Squad you could go without, or you think the character needed all 23 members? Explain in detail. I could go without all the members of the Kitty Squad, as they have nothing to really add on to the story, apart from one kicking Apex's ass, and Harley being, Harley. Harley is the only one I can go with. The others I can go without. Especially the Metal Gear Solid one. That one I could definitely go without. I think that one's called Kimberly. Just another stupid fan. I'm sorry. Says, from now on, could you rank the season's episodes for every season you do? Such a good job of 7. Well, I'm glad you liked the video. I'm glad you liked the video. I wish I could say the same. Yeah, I mean, I was going to anyway. But it's going to be on a separate day because I want to make sure I'm ranking the episodes right. So, yay. Binging time. I'll probably do that on another day, but I will be doing it. Delilah is my crush, says, would you say this is good introduction for Delilah for new viewers, or do you think season 2 is better? Because don't both seasons explain why Delilah is and what her goals are? Also, off topic, I have fan art of Delilah, but Mr. Green said it was inappropriate. Still, he liked how much detail I put into her final form. Huh. Well, I will say season 2 is the better season to start with Delilah for new viewers, but that's because I started with season 1. And also to do with the fact that, I like season 2 Delilah more than season 8 Delilah. Shut up! But that's just my opinion. And also the fan art thing, whilst it may be inappropriate and I haven't seen it, well done. Well done. You got congratulated by Lucas for your artistic skills, and I'm going to say well done. Cheers. Old people are weak. Oh, damn. Okay, I feel like these username names are either there to kind of use these words against me in court, or I feel like this is an attack. Old people are weak says Delilah stands out from other villains instead of wanting to kill Lynxy like so many others. She wants them to be together to overwhelm other villains and bringing back the Lynxian race. This should give you reason to like her more than other villains, right? I do like Delilah. Why do people keep thinking I don't? The dumb fan says, is Delilah really a villain though? Think about it. She aids Lynxy, wants them to team up. The shippers have their own thoughts on their on that. Ever since Stephanie Myers asked Mr. Green if Delilah was a bisexual character, brackets, he said yes, and then the shippers went nuts. Don't be surprised if you encounter them in the Q&A. Close brackets. But sorry, getting a bit off topic. Do you think Delilah is a villain this season if she doesn't want to kill Lynxy? She is a villain, because even though she doesn't want to kill Lynxy, she wants to kill everyone else. You saying at the start of that question, is Delilah really a villain though? And then saying, think about it, she aids Lynxy. It's like me saying, technically, the villain in Inside Out is Joy, the main character, because she's a dick to sadness. No, she's not the villain in Inside Out. The villain in Inside Out is no one. The problem in Inside Out is growing up. That's the problem of why Sadness is acting how she was, and why Joy is acting how she is. It's not a villain. Inside Out does not have a villain. Delilah, however, is a villain because she wants to kill everyone that's not a Lynxian. That's genocide. That's evil. Okay, I'm done with that. Stephanie Myers says, "This may not surprise you, Adam, but I ship Delilah Lynxy now. I see why she wants her to be by her side. Brackets. Sadly, Mr. Green never allows it determined if the shipping is real or not, because he's trying to keep everyone happy. Gives us fans a taste fetish of it, while not going too far for those other losers who can't guess it." Close brackets. Hey. What about you, Adam? Do you ship them? P.S. If you don't worry, you won't be a loser in my book. Thank God. After all, your reviews are the best. They're the only ones. Thank you. That is Lynxy series related. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how to respond to that. Because whilst there are some shows I watch where I do sometimes ship one character with another, I personally do not see a ship between Lynxy and Delilah. Because was Delilah maybe flirtatious with Lynxy, Lynxy, I think, has nothing but hatred towards her, though. And with how evil Delilah is, and with her plan, genocide, which can involve killing Vipera, Lynxy would never like Delilah. So I don't think it will ever happen. And I am afraid to say I am one of those losers. But don't worry, like you said, I'm not a loser, because I got the best reviews. Thank you. And I remember seeing at the end of season 1, Lynxy and Lynn. Lynxy getting on top of Lynn by accident, and then Lynn saying a quote, which is like, well, this is awkward, isn't it? I mean, I hated that line. I made sure Lucas knew I hated that. I think Lynxy is one of those seasons where if a character that is so asexual like Lynxy gets remotely shipped, I hate. I was going to say like any character in Lynx series, but then I remembered, oh yes, I shipped Apex and Ella. But then it got destroyed.
Aw, are you gonna cry?
Okay, anyway, moving on. Viper is the best. Says, be honest with us, Viper fans. Do you think she's gonna die soon? From what happened this season and and should Viper fans continue to watch if the character dies off? Honestly, I mean, I'm a Viper fan myself. I think she is gonna die. And whilst I am upset to know about that, I need to say, yes, continue watching, because whilst Viper may be gone, her legacy will still live on. And people can still still think about her and, refer to her in the future. Viper's gone. Long live Viper. Sorry, just preparing my speech for next season, if it happens. But yeah, Viper's probably gonna die next season. Like, she's been on a downhill spiral since the end of season 7. Mew is the most powerful Pokemon, says. That one. Okay, first of all, that's debatable. Who do you side with on the Korag and Viper rivalry? Please explain to defend the reason. I'm on Viper's side because why is Impus ignoring the suggestions from his own mother, who he trusts with every fibre of his soul, just because Korag, big strong guy coming in to win fights and all that. Whilst I'm not a jealous type, I am on Viper's side when saying that Korag is up to something. And whilst he's not showing it, I think he is. Next is... Okay, honestly, I need to know where these people are getting these names from. The Humping Girl says, in Season 7, you said you didn't get how Impus is related to Delilah in any way. That he would have her blood. It's obvious Demonite fusing Lynxy made Delilah a being made of Lynxy DNA and mold structure along with the blood of Demonite and his chaotic motives in the vessel. In that vessel, make Delilah. So it would make sense Impus could be used as an expected candidate, and anyway, if they probably didn't mention Talis as they didn't know that knowledge yet. Right, okay, with this, yeah, I get why Impus... I'm guessing this is one of the questions from the end of Season 7, where I got that answered very quickly after I uploaded the video. And this one's just... this one is just someone answering it for me. So thank you for answering it for me. Yeah, I get that now. And Talis, they probably... Yep, I get that. Yep, okay. I can't really say much else to that. Pookie cult member... What's with these cults? Pookie cult member 909 says, what do you think of Imp's role changing in previous seasons? His mum issued orders, and now it seems to be switching it around. Does this feel like it came out of nowhere, or were there enough story elements to believe this would happen? I mean, Impus is destined to be the new Demonite. So, I knew it had to happen at some point. Whilst it may have came out of nowhere, it gradually appeared. So, I can't really say that's a problem. Hold on. Screw Pepsi Max says... Rude. Did Season 8 give you any clue on who Dr. X is? It probably did, but I wasn't probably paying attention. Bear in mind, you're talking to the person who was just barely able to realise the twist at the end.
That's not good enough!
Okay, I'm going to have a tongue twist saying this. Muffle Muffin McStuffins, I love that name by the way, asks, did Season 8 live up to its name? Because last season you felt it didn't, with Talis not getting as big a slice of the pie. Okay, compared to Apex and Monkey King. How about this season? Okay, the Dark Mother Saga. This one did live up to its name because it's one of the main arcs, and also it's a relationship between Delilah and Talis. However, it kind of got dropped in the middle. Or it feels like it got dropped in the middle with that whole singing competition bullcrap. And some other stuff that happened, which didn't really give it much help. So I could just say it kind of lived up to the name at the beginning and the end, but not the middle. Anti-Adam Fern says, did you feel your performance improved this season? Yes, but not by a lot. I'm never going to be happy with my performance. Mighty Joey Young says, when it came to Apex, which season do you prefer for him? For what happened, for the events that transpired, I think I need to say this season for the simple reason, because even though he got his heart broken at the end and he got his ass kicked by one of the Kids Squad members, which I do not care to know the name for, at the end of the day, he found love and then got heartbroken. But he had something which he never thought he was going to experience in a while. So I'm glad. I'm happy for him. Fatso Joe says, do you think it was nice that Red Lightning got to come back to finally give us time with him? Or was it a character you didn't care for and wasn't worth a two-parter? Right, Red Lightning. I love Red Lightning. Okay, so, yeah. I was glad to see him come back. But with Red Lightning, whilst I wasn't too thrilled the fact he stayed in one place at the same time, at the entire time, he did have his moment for where he was just singing a storm is approaching, giving foreshadowing thoughts. Like, he knew what was coming. But that's all I can really say for him. I really want to see more Red Lightning in the future because I love him. Korag is better than Vipera? Question says, do you like when Korag fires his signature move Wolf Attack? Sometimes the blast morphs into Demon's head. Brackets, according to Mr. Green, he said as the character was a henchman of Devimon, the father of Demon. it would make sense that Dad puts some inspiration into his general. Close bracket. I mean, I like his wolf attack, but I think he relies on it a bit too much with most of the fights, because pretty much every fight he's in, he uses it. So he relies on it a bit too much for me. But yeah, but you said sometimes, so sometimes it doesn't. Oh god, one of these names are hard to say. Susie Shakelt says, "You gotta give Mr. Green credit. I wasn't expecting henchmen from Devimon. I thought that character was just set up, but no, it was used to establish his goons, and Mr. Green said there's still another yet to be revealed. As the Lynx series tends to have a 2 henchmen formula. Yes, whilst I am aware about the 2 henchmen formula, apart from Delilah, who has 20 odd, I do give Lucas credit. Was yes, taking the henchman from Devimon, everything that's written in this season, it means something. Like, it's why I do my reviews, and why I should really keep the papers after I write it, because it all means something at the end. But that's why I record the reviews, so I could just watch myself talk. Like, if you pay attention to literally everything in the season, you're gonna know who Dr. X is by the end of season 11, probably. Powerpuff Princess says, Lynxy is so cute and such passion in her performance. Do you think the voice actress Satya Aran has improved since last season? Is this her best so far? Yes, this is definitely Satya's best performance so far. And yeah, she does have a lot of passion with her performance. And that's because she seems to be such a strict judge on herself. While she gives one of the best performances, she's so hard on herself though. And I don't really know how I can really say you don't need to be hard on yourself. You do a great job. But I guess that's just a way of how Satya thinks, of how she doesn't like the sound of her own voice, I guess. I don't really know the whole situation, and I can't really go into it without making myself look like a dickhead, so I'm not going to. Stephanie Myers, damn, how many questions do you have? Asks, which episode do you think Satya Aran, the voice of Lynxy, gave her best performance? Mr. Green said it was in episode 4. I noticed an emotional burst of confidence. Satya seemed to be given more than she usually did, which I noticed in her battle with Korag. At this point in time, the other 6 episodes haven't been made, so maybe Korag may help her in more ways than one. Yeah, I need to agree with Lucas that episode 4 did give a good, Satya gave a great performance there. But, I like that most of the question about Satya anyway. But Satya's been given a great performance, this entire season. But I can't really pick a best moment, no. I did like, at the one point in episode 10, where Lynxy is trapped and just staring helplessly at Talis, wishing she could help. But that's more to do with the art style. But the performance is also very good as well. But I can't really say which episode do I think Satya gave the best performance, because I don't know. The fan says, just want to say thanks a bunch for doing these reviews. You got it. They mean a great deal to the fan base. I know. The cast, yep. And Mr. Green, yeah, I know it means a lot to him. In a way, you help him bring in more with these reviews. Yep. They take ages, but I do it because I know people like it. I'm a crowd pleaser, what can I say? But yeah, thank you for the kind comment though, mate. Joey Jackson says, thanks for uploading these reviews, Mr. Ferns. Just call me Adam, please. I don't like being called Mr. Ferns. That's my dad's name. I would never have found the Lynx series if it wasn't for you. Thank you. And your character looks awesome. I know it does. You gotta laugh. There's just all ego inflation, I'm guessing here. Oh, God. Okay. He's back. Guys, he's back. Pookie is the meaning of life. Well, well, looks like Pookie is sitting on the throne of Impus now. And who, aside from Impus, sits on the throne this season? Oh yeah, the Master Planner. Face it, Adam, Pookie is to be Dr. X. This doesn't look good for you, does it? Ha. Okay then, answer this question. Pookie is the meaning of life. Ready? Right. If Pookie is sitting on the throne, and Pookie is somehow Dr. X, how come Pookie doesn't make any sounds or anything unless he's falling over? Because, you know, little squeeze, the little sound box inside of him where he just squeezes, I made that squeaky sound. I would find an example, but I don't have anything that squeaks in my room, which is kind of a good thing, actually. But if Pookie is not alive, and you're only saying he's alive just because of this cult that's happened since Pookie was introduced, it's impossible for him to be Master Planner or Dr. X, because Dr. X has been established as a character that's alive throughout this entire season. The only time in which Pookie could possibly be Master Planner is if we find out Dr. X is actually watching the events that's happening in the future and just watching a recording of what's happening. But I do not believe it's happening. I believe he's just watching it live from a hidden camera. It is seriously so low that Pookie, a fucking teddy bear, is gonna be Master Planner. And if Pookie is the Master Planner, no word of a lie, hand on my heart here, I am promising this, I will shave my head. Okay? If Pookie is the Master Planner, I will shave my head. Okay? That's how confident I am. Right. Okay, I'm done with that. Lady... I probably went a bit too far there. What did I just agree to? Lady Shiver says, do you think Viper shouldn't have released Korag and they could have handled Lynxy by themselves? Or it seemed necessary despite Viper's later regret? Yep, I do agree. Korag was needed. And it led to a good rivalry, but I'm not a big fan of Korag. But yeah, I do need to say... Korag was needed for this. Maggie Pie says, do you think your relationship with Elodie was better handled than you could give credit for on your first impressions? Yeah, it was very well handled. Plus the music, plus the song, it was very well handled, and I liked that it was what was presumably a big strong man with a very weak but kind-hearted woman, and they blended so well. They taught each other something, and then it got violently ripped out of my grip.
Aw, are you gonna cry?
Pain. But yeah, that's all I can really say. It was very well handled. Now, I'm gonna call it a day here because, yep. That's because we are nearly approaching 50 minutes, and whilst I did say an hour at the start of this, I do need to take care of some business. I still got tons of questions to go through, so I will be getting done with those in the part 2. But until then, this has been part 1. Peace out.